Rents are going to continue to explode if somebody doesn't handle this. Affordable housing is over. There's no such thing as it. It will never happen again in our lifetime. You will never see affordable housing. And the government just needs to tell people the truth. The solution is to take all the 4 million houses that were short. We don't actually have a housing shortage. We have a desirable housing shortage. That's why they're tearing down all these $3 million houses around it, because they want a new house. There are 45 million apartments in America with about a 10% vacancy. If I was the president or if I was the head of the housing authority, I would give an incentive to apartment owners and say, rent that unit, make a deal. It'll be tax revenue zero to you. And we could give 4.2 million people housing before the end of the month and solve the problem without the tax revenues being affected or your taxes being affected.
One of the biggest complaints that I get right now, and it's also one of the biggest TikToks that's going around right now, is the affordability of housing, either rent or homes. And as you can see, Grant says that, hey, rents are just going to go through the roof over the next couple of years. And you want to know why? One of the main reasons why rents are going through the roof is this.
This is where people should start. You should start with 32 units. That is the perfect number. You should look for a property where the rents are 1,000, but they should be 1,200. They're 200 too low. If you can find that deal in your marketplace, it's probably 1970, 1980 built. Guy's probably owned it 10 or 15 years. He didn't raise the rents because he doesn't need to. The rents are 1,000. You raise them to 1,200. You'll make $1.2 million on that.
So Grant's trying to tell people to go buy these 32 unit apartment complexes where the rents are only $1,000 a month. But they should be $1,200 a month. I'm not exactly sure how he thinks they're supposed to be worth $1,200 a month, but hey, just because they're 1,000 and they should be $1,200 a month doesn't mean they should go to $1,200 a month, because last I checked, that's a 20% increase. And if you're doing that in 1 year, that is a massive increase. Now, mind you, he's not telling them to do this for any specific purpose other than to become a millionaire. So when you hear people complain about people with money, that they're just gouging them, gee, I wonder why. It's not that the taxes have gone up. It's not that the insurance has gone up. It's not that anything that has to do with the rent has actually gone up. It's just, hey, let's just go from $1,000 to $1,200. Why not? It'll make me a millionaire, on paper at least. So when does it end? I buy a house for $200,000, live in it for 2 years and need to sell it because I've got to move, and I have to sell it for $220,000 so I can pay the realtor, and I don't make any money on it, but the price went up $20,000. Buy an apartment complex, you jack the rates up by 20%. Hey, it doesn't matter. It's not my money. It's somebody else's. But now I'm a millionaire. And with more and more people like Cardone on there trying to tell people just to go do this just so they can become millionaires and billionaires and gazillionaires, it's no wonder people are ticked off at those people, at people that are millionaires and billionaires. Because again, they feel like they're getting taken advantage of, because you know why? They probably are. So yes, we literally have people who say they're millionaires and billionaires, explaining to people how they can take advantage of other people, and that they're going to be raising rates and they're going to be causing inflation. And on the other hand, they don't understand why people have a problem with it. But my biggest problem with all of this is that later on in his video, he starts talking about the fact that what the government should do is take these millions of homes that nobody wants and give incentives to do them. Well, you're the billionaire. Why don't you go do it? You don't need the government to help you. Why don't you turn that stuff around? Why don't you renovate it? Why don't you figure out how to make it money? Dickie out.